Okay, so last night made some new additions. First, we've got hermit crab here, which you can't really see, but he has got one awesome blue shell. And put him in. He was up there. Then he went down there. Then he crawled in there. Then he crawled up there. And then he crawled up there and was sitting in there most of the evening until I went to bed. And then when I woke up, he was over there. So not very active when I'm looking at him, but yeah, piece of algae. Anyways, um, then we've got this guy down here. Last night he was all over the place. He was all over this rock like just a fly on shit. Um, he was everywhere. He was extremely lethargic when I got up this morning. Didn't really move around. So I tried to pick him up and found out that he was very well attached to the rock, very strongly. So I didn't pull him off, obviously. I'm just like, okay, you're going to stay there then. I did move that guy just to make sure that he was still alive, which he is. He flipped himself over and crawled back and shoved his face back in the corner. But anyway, so that's fine. I was worried about the salinity because I guess these guys can have problems with acclimation, and I was told to just do the float acclimation rather than a whole drip. So that's what I did. And then the clowns were like freaking out the little one, call him Rocket, because of that initial behavior. But anyways, he was flipping out a little bit last night. So I checked the salinity and I was at 1.04 or 24, which when I was doing my cycling stuff, I was at 2.5. So I was like, salinity's down. So, and the fish was kind of flipping out. So I did a 5-gallon water change. I have 15 gallons worth of water in here, so it was a 1/3 water change. Quick threw that together to let it mix for 2 hours, and then dumped it in. A little cloudy. It's completely cleared up now. The fish were freaking out a little bit, both of them. The other thing is they were playing yo-yo in here this morning, where I have the water up here. So I had the jet fully open, which is an 800 gallon per hour jet, and it was streaming across here. Actually, it was up to here, and then it would come down. So it would literally stream across, and you could just see stuff circulating very quickly in the tank. And they were pumping hard all last night, so I was just like, okay. So I aimed that up more and restricted the flow, turned it down one notch there. So it's a little less flow in the tank. It's still got plenty of movement days. You saw the algae going past and everything, but it's just not going nuts. So anyways, here they are. Those are my 2 new additions. A little shy still. They were camped out down here, just pumping hard against the current. But now they're there, just doing their little station keeping, bobbing along and whatnot. Sometimes they'll go behind the heater, which is kind of cool. Let's go and get a little bit better view on them. So there they are, a little camera shy. Okay, the one that's bobbing around back behind, I think I'm going to call him Gizmo. And the one that is now vertical, I'm going to call that one Rocket. That one was basically swimming vertically the entire night, just pumping hard, pumping hard, pumping hard. And then every now and then it would just shoot like straight up to the surface like a rocket. I thought it was literally going to fly out of the water, but it ended up not doing that. So Gizmo is the one on the bottom, and he's a little bit darker than the other one. So they're both he's at this point. But yeah, so I guess they like showing off for the camera because they're not running away. They're just kind of chilling there. So yeah, they've been crawling behind the pump here, or not the pump, the heater, and basically just goofing around, acting like they're little freaky clowns. So yeah. Anyways, they don't have a huge current that they need to fight with anymore, so. So I talked to the local fish store, and they basically said that their fish were at 1.02, so up to 2.4 isn't a bad shift for them. Going down is bad, because then the salt inside wants to leave their bodies into the water, whereas here you're going to get salt in, so that's not as bad as going the other way. And the snail and the crab were in water that was 0.25, so they lost a little bit of salinity, but it's not too bad. So yeah, anyways, they're just hanging out here below the power head. I've been told that they do that away from the rocks because they don't know what's in there. And if you look up, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. There's like some fossilized, scary, spooky rock thing up in there. I don't know if you can see it, but anyways, yeah, so they probably think, ooh, there's nasty stuff hiding in there. Eventually they'll get more comfortable with the tank and spread around and everything, and we'll see what happens. So that's them.